Afternoon, beautiful people. Naturals Tribe. So, of course, I'm sorry, I'm sitting here sucking on a lime, sipping on my moringa tea. I hope you got yours to sip on because this is truly the update. This is truly the update. I want to take a few moments to thank everybody for the outpouring of love who has called, send a text, a WhatsApp, a messenger message, because yes, I literally almost died over here in Grenada. Messing around with this mudslide. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. First of all, let you know that I'm okay. I'm good. Messages were still coming through today. Are you okay? And for real, I haven't been okay. For real, I'm traumatized, y'all. I'm traumatized. Hey, Key, how you doing? Listen, I just want to thank everybody who showed some love, who had a good positive thought. I'm from East 25th Street in Wilmington, Delaware. Yes, I've been living in the Caribbean for the last 8 years. Well, this particular island. But I have never experienced anything as such. Well, I won't say as such, because I did have some experiences on the island of Antigua and Barbuda. I've seen cars floating down the street. I was a school teacher when I was there, and they had let us out just a little too late. I don't know how many of y'all experienced natural disasters, but it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. I did not think I'd be sitting here to tell this story. I'm telling you, it was scary. So, cheers, people. Natural is alive and grateful and humbled. And I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about myself. Hey, I'm telling you, when you have to go into not flight mode, when you're trying to save your life, survival mode. When it's time to go into survival mode, y'all, we talking about experiencing something that I've never experienced in my entire life. I need y'all to close your eyes and imagine this. So, would you still recommend moving to Grenada over the other islands? Wow, Key, that's a good question. Key, first of all, I'm going to say this. Hello, Zane Khan. Listen, natural disasters happen everywhere. Now, if you're in the States, you know New Orleans, Florida, because Florida's right next to the Caribbean. They get it so bad sometimes I'll be wondering, is this the Caribbean or is this the States? North Carolina. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Lily. Hey, I love you guys. Apollo. Hi there. You're so pretty. Thank you so much. I wasn't so pretty when I was traveling through them bushes trying to save my life from a mudslide, y'all. Woo. Like I wanted to cry so bad. But that thing said, you cry when you get to the other side. Ain't no time to cry now. Ain't no time to cry now. It's time to save your life. So listen, I'm alive. A mudslide, that's crazy. You're so strong. Wait a minute. I ain't so strong though. Like my entire life, people have said that you're so strong. Baby, I ain't so strong. Let me tell you what happened. When we finally got through, we were following the voice of my neighbor. I got in touch with the power of your neighbors. Y'all, I'm telling you, if you don't with your neighbors, you might want to rethink that, because you don't know what could happen in your community, and you might have to. I was trotting through those bushes trying to escape mud. I'm talking that soft, mushy, gushy mud. If you step in it, it came way up here. I'm 6'1", y'all. The other sister was rather short. She was a school teacher. Let me kind of start. Well, if you watch the video, I don't have to start from the beginning. The video, this is the update, people. Let me ask you why you in here. When you come in, can you please hit the like button? That's that little thumb up. Just hit the thumb up. And if you haven't subscribed, would you please? That's just asking because I'm still alive. So listen, I'm going to just say real quick. I got in touch with so many things. Your neighbors. Hello, glad I caught it live. I'm glad you caught it live too. GRTV, hey. Hey, greetings. And let me try to pronounce this name. Sejuti? Sejuti. Goshal. Hi, I hope I got it right. Because I don't like, I'm very beautiful. Thank you. If y'all would have seen me trotting through mud. Listen, it was so heavy. And then after the mud, wait a minute, I'm going to go back to answering your question. Because you said, would you still suggest people move to Grenada? Natural disasters happen everywhere. I just said they happen all down south. I don't know if you remember New Orleans, Florida, happened every day. North Carolina just had a bit. But nothing like this. I've experienced some in other islands. I'm going to be honest with you. A part of me is ready to go. Hey, thank you for the compliment on my earrings. This is my business. This is what I do. I have an earring line. And I give you guys my Facebook. Natural desires are crazy, not gonna lie. I'm over in the UK, so haven't got, okay. My friends from the UK should have arrived yesterday. I spilled my moringa tea. Getting all excited about being alive, y'all. So listen, I'm gonna tell you this for sure. There's still some in here though. I'm gonna tell you this for sure. What I experienced the other day, I was gonna walk y'all up to the site because the site is right up to above my house. And I keep looking at this. See, I live in the village of Mount Morris. Mount means mountains. So the further up you go, slides have a tendency to come down, right? And I keep looking at this one across the street from me, right there. So what if something happened? What if it rained again? Because what happened, it rained for like 2 weeks. It wouldn't stop. This is the rain. He said it wouldn't stop. And that mud got soft, and it came down. So what happened, everybody was all scrambled, flooding, everything was flooding. As we were riding on transportation, we could see cars, parking lot full of cars with just the top of it. You could see that it was a car. You could see that it was a car. And most people don't get flood insurance. They go all the way and get everything else. They be all into the windshield, worrying about the windshield, that little rock popping up out the windshield, y'all. We might want to get some flood insurance. I was thinking, I said, I bet you all them cars ain't gonna have flood insurance. Half of them ain't gonna have flood insurance, probably none of them. It's just not something that people do. You know, but we better start reconsidering. So let me share this with you because I'm all over the place because I'm so grateful to be alive, y'all. I'm just now putting the muddy clothes in the washing machine. So you might hear behind you that clothes are washing. Like when me and that teacher got here. No, as we was traveling, let me tell you some of the things I got in touch with. So the guy's house that was up, he was saying, y'all don't do that. It's dangerous. Imagine going in mud when you step down, your whole foot go down. That's how wet it is. And it comes up to here. He said, y'all don't do it. He said, but you can do what everybody else has been doing, but you got to go down through the bush. I'm from East 25th Street in Wilmington, Delaware. I'm not interested in going down in those damn bushes. So we couldn't go back. We climbed over one. We did it together, held on to each other and did it. We didn't know it was a second one, and it was double the size. Listen, y'all, I've never had a panic attack. I've never had a panic attack. Key. Panic attack. Well, I had one. Because I knew I couldn't go back. And I knew I couldn't go forward. And we in the middle. And we live like down in the valley. So I start feeling like that claustrophobic thing. And this guy's up here saying, you got to go down in the bush and just go straight across. Hold the cocoa bush. Hold the mango. Hold it. And them bushes, them sticks hanging off them trees are strong enough to hold you. So, Key, would I still suggest or recommend moving to Grenada over the other islands? Every island has natural disasters. I've lived in Antigua and Barbuda. I told you I've seen cars floating down the street. If the water can pick up a car, you know what it can do with me and you. Come on, a cars weigh tons. So, I lived in Virgin Islands. Theirs was so bad. Wiped up every tree. Virgin Islands is still the U.S. Antigua, I'm told you, when I arrived in Antigua in 2006, it was raining so hard. The ex-husband, who wasn't my husband then, he came out with boots up to here, top of his leg, and he's just as tall as me. And excuse me, I was like, what is this? And I remember I had on sandals, where the sandals was no more. I had never seen that amount of water in my life at one time. So everywhere, we just going to have to learn to trust. Because when we were trotting through those bushes, we ran into two flowing streams of water. That's all the rain coming down from that wet, muddy, and I mean, it was gushing. She said, "Now we got to jump over this." I said, "Oh, hell no, we don't. No, we don't." I said, "I have a total knee replacement on the right." I said, "And the left is not that good." I'm sorry, I'm just getting in. I really need to come out of all of this. I said, "And the left is not that good." I said, "I know my knee surgery was back in 2019, but no, I can't jump." Guess what, y'all? I can jump. I just found out I can jump. I can jump. Imagine telling yourself. She said, "Give me your pocketbook. I'll go first. Give me your stuff." And she, boom, closed my eyes. And I was to the other side. So I'm telling you, when you're in survival mode, you can do anything your heart is telling you can do, because you know you got to live, and ain't nobody coming at that moment. Nobody's coming. I even said, "Look, sis, before we go down in these bushes, how about we call 911 and let them get us up out of here?" Well, that's some American shit, honey. You are not in America. They are not coming with no helicopter to lift your ass up out of here. So, Key, thank you for the question. Would you consider living in the Caribbean after hearing this? See, we can't live in fear either. And that's a topic I'm always sharing on. We can't live in fear. We can't do that. When you guys come in, could you please hit the like button, the one with the thumb up? Please, if you would. We cannot live in fear. I could have felt that way after seeing the cars floating on the island of Antigua and Barbuda. We can't do that. This tea is delicious. That water gushing, coming through those bushes. And the teacher, she was able to remain positive. Watch the video, y'all, if you would, please. She was able to, because listen, my thing was, wow, because this is a near-death experience. This is something, I ain't faking this shit. I'm walking through mud up to my waistline. I would love for my YouTube subscribers and people that are just viewing to experience this with me. So I started, I think I made about one little clip. After that, and I know I had to slide it, and I fell, bam. Well, guess what? By then, the teacher had taken over, and she was, all the footage that you will see if you watch the video, she did it all. Because in my mind, I said, if I don't put this phone away, I'm going to come up out of here with no phone. So I dropped it in my pocketbook along with my muddy shoes, because at this point, no matter what you have on your feet is coming off. I don't care if you had on sneaks, they coming off because you slide. This is mud. This is a mudslide. This is the earth coming down. And guess what I got out of that? It was one of the best groundations I've ever had in my life. Like, I feel different. Let me see what Key is saying. What is your daily routine? I'll tell you in a minute, Sejul. You're built different. You better say it. You better say it, Apollo, to the universe. These are the things I'm learning about myself. Key says, I'm moving to the Caribbean regardless. It's just everything I do, research, and consider moving. It's always something. I rather deal with nature and be at peace regardless. You know what? It is going to always be something. It's going to always be something. Because even though the thing is telling me to leave, guess what? 1,000 people done asked me, well, Natural, where are you going? How about I can't answer them? Where are you going, Natural? You going back to America? Let me tell you what would be happening right now if I was in America. If I was in America right now, I'll be preparing for 2 funerals. My really, really good friend's brother, just found him in a deep sleep in his apartment, who I love so much. The entire family, and my good friend, sister friend. She's one of the ones I stayed with, because when I go to America, I have to figure out who I'm staying with. I stayed with her. We went to hair school together years ago. I only do hair anymore. We was like the best hairdressers in town. Her grandson was murdered. I left for those reasons. I do not, will not want to ever. America's just too much. And I'm wishing y'all the best on your new president. We won't get into politics here, but everybody always say, that's your president too, Natural. Yes, I'm a dual citizen. So I'm a citizen of the U.S. and here in Grenada. So, Key, thank you. Thank you for keeping an open mind. Because for real, I know what I like. I know what I like. I know what I like to be around. I know what I need. I need clear water. And a whole lot of places don't have clear, to the bottom, salt water that heals the body. I need those things for my mind, my physical, my soul. You got Florida and California, but I lived in Florida before I was waiting to go to South Africa. I'm never going back to Florida again. I know that about me. And I'm not going to live in California. That's a little too expensive for me. I live a simple life. And I'll probably go to another island where natural disasters happen. Because we weren't the only one affected by this. Jamaica got some. St. Vincent got some. You're going to get some. You're just going to get some. But I'm telling you, I've been here 8 years and I've never seen anything like it. So things just happen, y'all. Things happen. Did I like it? Absolutely. But I was traumatized. I am traumatized. And I was able to look at locals, islanders, who experience these things all the time. Because they had Hurricane Ivan about 20 years ago that tore up things so bad. People are still trying to recover from Ivan. And then we just had Hurricane Beryl while I was in America, tore up the 2 sister islands, Carriacou and Petit Martinique. I'm telling you, when I seen it on YouTube, I cried, and I was in America. Because I can't believe that a natural disaster could go underground and rip up every breadfruit tree, every mango tree, every papaya tree. It was pure dirt and soil. You know, islands are beautiful. Like, no matter how high poverty is, you can still see the beauty in an island. It's all green. Look at my view. Let me show y'all my view. This is my view. Look at my view. Is my view stunning? Look, I guess it's how nature works. You are so right, Apollo to the universe. It's how nature works. And we still have to trust. We still have to trust the universe. This is all around me. And I waited all my life. I asked the creator. I asked the creator to please let me live right. I asked for this. This is like a gift that was given to me. If you go to another island, which island is more peaceful and have less hurricanes? Grenada is below the belt and just have floods. The volcano is even underwater. So that's not a factor. Also, you know what? It's the reason why I moved here, because they're the only one below the belt, almost outside the hurricane belt. So they would have the less. This is the less. I can live for 8 years and never experience this. This is the less. And another reason I moved here, because the safest, they came up the safest island of all the islands, which means less crime. As much as I love, thank you, Apollo. Isn't it beautiful? And that's me sitting on my veranda having a cup of tea. I can sit long. Ooh, wee. But it also came up the safest island of all the islands, Apollo. So yes, hey, where I live at in America, our children are dying every 2 seconds, murdering. I ain't talking about just dying natural cause, murdering each other. Like, no more regard for life. I'd rather live somewhere where everyone says good morning, good afternoon, good night. When I go to America, 100 people will walk past me and never say good. I'll be steady saying good morning. They be like, natural, you're not in the islands. They don't even speak, half of them. So it's just certain things I love about nature and peace. I love eating right in back of outside my bedroom window. I got a breadfruit tree. I got a mango tree, a Julie mango, which is my favorite mango. I'm collecting rainwater on the side. If you look at my video yesterday, y'all should have seen me. I never had to really use it, but after the mudslides, everything got messed up, so we ain't had no water all week, running water. Boy, you should have seen me down there for the first time. And I'm so spoiled. Like, every time I go somewhere, it's usually people around me that are just loving on me, spoiling me. I'll stop by and get your water natural, da-da-da. But it was nobody around this time. Like, I had to do this shit. I had to survive on my own. I had to fetch my rainwater. I'm a newly divorced woman. I just left my ex-husband. I know he was saying, I wonder how she's surviving. No, I'm just joking. I hope he's okay, and I'm okay too. You know, I seen him today for the first time, and because we do work in the same space, but I ain't trying to wish nothing. I ain't trying to hate on nobody. I want everybody to be okay. But yeah, I just wanted to give y'all an update and tell y'all that I love y'all, and thanks for loving on me. And I look forward to y'all coming to the island. Even to visit. It's still the safest island. It's still the only beautiful island outside below the hurricane belt. So this is where you're going to get the less. This is it. You can live here for 8 years and never experience nothing. Well, Hurricane Beryl would have got you. It didn't really do anything to Grenada. It just affected our sister island so bad. Carriacou, which is a beautiful little earthy, beautiful little island. And then we got Petite Martinique. I went to Carriacou before from one of my Earth Day celebrations. Matter of fact, my Earth Day celebration is coming up 8th December, and I'm going to have it Mediterranean style. I'm going to be selling a brand new restaurant right on the water, right in front of the yachts and the boats. Oh, it's going to be so beautiful. I wish I could invite all y'all over. Would y'all come? Would y'all fly over to Grenada and celebrate my Earth Day with me? Yesterday, I watched 5 hours of your videos. Oh, stuff, Key. So, Key, you know what I'm talking about. Then did you see me bust my behind? Did you see me bust my behind? Bam! And look, I got a sciatic nerve. It knocked it somewhere else. It's still there, but it feels different. It don't feel like it felt before. I feel like I'm grounded. You know, you take your shoes off and get grounded, and there's no better way to do it in mud and earth. Even though I almost died, I just tried to find the best in all this thing that happened. Thank you so much, Key, for watching 5 hours of my videos. You are the ish. Because people, that's what really helps me. That's helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. And the watch time really helps. So I know our attention spans are a little short, but if you can sit down and watch some of the videos, boy, I appreciate you. Key, thanks for letting me know that. I needed to hear that. Okay, what's the next one? How is dating in Grenada? Y'all need to come in for this one. That might need to be another video. Come on now, Key. We might need to make whole nother. Matter of fact, that might need to be one of them lives where y'all can pop in. Wait a minute. Let me read it right before I answer it. How's dating in Grenada in regard to marriage for us Americans? I might not be the one to answer this question. I don't want to step on nobody's toes because every time you already see I'm a straightforward person. I'm not good at bending it and making it seem what it ain't. And then I have a bunch of locals saying, why are you trying to make our channel? Our country seems so... Listen, I'm about the truth. I love you. I love the country, our country. I'm a citizen too. I love our country. I'm in it. I'm a part of it. So people always say to me, damn, Key got some good ass questions. I might need to have you on a live. Another live when I bring people in. So, wait a minute, before I answer your question, you know who I want to do a live with? I need y'all to tune in. The teacher that traveled with me, because as far as I'm concerned, sister, you helped me save my life. And we best friends for life. Like my Earth Day celebration I'm going to have on 8 December, she will be my special guest. And I'm only having about a handful of sisters I got over here that have become y'all once I left the state. But guess what? She gonna be my special guest. Like, I want them to welcome her into our circle and get to know her. Because when we got here, I let her get in the shower first. I got in the shower. Boy, I'm telling you, watch the video, y'all. I'm telling you. So, we got time to hear for it. My goal is a marriage where a unique island lifestyle is created. You know what? I'm going to tell you it's possible, sis. I am a 2-time divorcee. And one is Antigua. My first husband was Antigua and Barbuda. And my second marriage is new. Like, I'm just getting back from America. I went to America and got it because everything's quicker and cheaper. And I came back with it and I'm divorced. I really loved my Grenadian husband. I'm not going to say I don't still love him. He just wasn't for me, sister. Wow. I don't know. You know what? Different strokes for different folks. Wait a minute, let me go here. You a good question person. You done made me sweat now. So people always say, Natural, you always speak so highly of the island. What's the downside to Grenada? And the first and only answer I can come up with is dating. Now, it might be different for you depending on how... You mind sharing your age, Key? Because... So, I'm going to be 61 8 December, right? And dating gets a little different at my age. Come on, let's just say it. I'm a 30-year-old... Oh, male. 30-year-old male. Well, look, Key, guess what? You the man. You the king. You can have anything you want to choose, for real, for real. You 30, you're young, you're vibrant, your mind is still open to do things different, open to let new information come in. Yes, yes. See, I'm all about marriage too. I would have never did it twice if I wasn't about it. And if you think for a minute that I got married to divorce, you've sadly mistaken. You the man. Come on. Listen. You can come and find you a beautiful queen, but let me tell you something that happens when you speak this. This is considered a white man's language. It's not our fault. It's part of why they owe us reparations. We ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother topic too. So everywhere I've lived, from South Africa to East Africa, Rwanda, to Antigua and Barbuda, twice, when they hear this, they automatically assume you got money, whether you got it or not. And you don't want nobody inviting you into their life, whether you have it or not. You want people. One thing about me, I don't choose my friends based on their sexual preference. God, I choose you because your spirit's intact and your energy is perfect. And yes, that kind of thing, right? But you a 30-year young male. Hey, come and get you a wife. You got a whole lot of beautiful Caribbean women here that just dying. I'm assuming that, yeah, dying. See, it's intentional, but one thing about here as far as this is not a dating culture. See, I'm still a woman that loves being in the presence of a king man. So the husband I just divorced was 50 something. He was right behind me. He should be about 52 now, something like that. Yes, greetings. He should be about 52 or something like that. So he wasn't, really much younger than me. And my first husband, we were around the same age too. So it's not a dating culture zone. Like, and see, because I am who I am, I'm always interviewing people. I talk to people a lot. I'm asking questions. People are attracted to me. They love my energy. Just because I'm from somewhere else, they always at my booth. They want to stand there and talk forever. I'd be like, no, y'all gotta go. So I get to talk to a lot of people. And it's not a lot of dating. Like, people don't know how to date anymore. And from what I understand, it's happening all over. But people here don't. Let me tell you how it goes here. And this is the truth. So you could bring some flavor with you, because you from somewhere else. You've been exposed to other stuff, right? Here, they come over your house, inching. You're gonna find a way to get over to your house. Hopefully you'll have some sex. And then you're automatically their partner. That ain't the way life's supposed to go for nobody. Let me tell you what I was so attracted to in South Africa. You don't just state your intentions. You don't just state your intentions when you see someone's daughter that you may love or want to be with. You got to come to her house. You got to bring your father with you. If your Baba is not alive, guess what? Then you need to bring his brother or some uncles or some brothers that can speak on your behalf from your community. They need to be behind you. You need to come bearing gifts. Now, I ain't talking about no gifts to break somebody, even if it's a case of Fanta. That's what they drink, Fanta. I don't drink sodas. But a case of drinks. You can bring some spirits, some liquor, some wine, a case of sodas. You need to find out how many people in that family so you can come bearing some gifts. Because you got to sit down and state your intentions about dating someone's daughter. And that might sound like a lot, but that's where we've gotten too far away from the way life really should be. You're supposed to date her. Take her out. If you don't have a lot of money, impress her. Get creative. Go get a couple mangoes and a couple doubles and sit under the mango tree, the palm tree down by the beach, and get to know each other. Invite her for a cup of tea. None of that. None of that. None. Taking you out. None of that. Like, you have to really push for that kind of stuff, and you shouldn't. Key, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. If marriage is your thing, and I always, because the ball is in their court, a man know who he gonna marry. Now you got some women that'll drop on their knees. Great conversation. I'm glad you're okay after the mudslide. Thank you, Tandalia. Did I pronounce it right? Tandalia Allen. Thank you so much. So Key really wants to know. Key, you have to subscribe. You subscribe to my YouTube channel because you seem like you got some questions. But one thing I can truly say, I've been living international people for 18 years. I left America in 2006. It's 2024. I just been on the island of Grenada. Thank you, Tandalia Allen. I'm a stickler about pronouncing people's names right. Even my own. I'm natural. I'm natural on my birth certificate and stuff. And then on my Facebook, you'll see two other names. You'll see Mutesi Aya, which is my Facebook page. Mutesi is the name they gave me back when I lived in Rwanda. You go to any part of Africa, you're gonna have a naming ceremony. And South Africa is Nokukanya. Nokukanya Kumalo. Nokukanya means light. And I lived in a village with no electricity, no running water. I said, if I was the light, then I'm honored. And Mutesi means one who is loved by many. So to have two of my African names back and my name be natural, legally, I answer to all three of them. So feel free, y'all. Call me any name you like. I will answer to it. But yes. So don't live in fear. I will say that. If it's somewhere you want to go, and surely outside. And look, I checked the search engine to see what the most Googled topic is. Now, since y'all got your new president, guess what it was? How to leave America. I said, wait a minute. Are y'all running? Where y'all running from? Where would you go? And are you ready? Because it's really a mindset. You have to prepare. I've always prepared when I left the country. First time I'm telling you was 2006. I was going to Antigua and Barbuda. I became a grade 6 school teacher and never seen it coming. I loved it. I stayed for 3 years, married that wrong husband, who we're friends now. During COVID, I went to Antigua and I hadn't been there for 13 years. Since I left in 2009, I stayed at the house with them. Aunt Cora had died, who was the husband's aunt. So he's in the house now, and I stayed there, and I seen my students, and they're grown, and they have children, and they're firemen, and they're policemen, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So that was something I also struggled with doing too. I love for you to consult me. You are awesome, and I do consultations. I do. I wasn't going to announce it. I do 30-minute sessions, but yes, please. My email is in my about section. So my email's in my about section. I look forward to chatting with you because you are real interested. These questions you asking are questions I wish somebody could have answered for me when I just left. I sold my house. I was when I left for Antigua in 2006, I had just lost the baby, and I was like, this is it. And always wanted to leave America. I just didn't know how. And everybody I was around, they were saying, you can't go live in no foreign country. You're just going to sell your house. I had bought a house through a first-time home buyer program. I lived in it about 5 years, 4.5, 5 years, sold it. And it was a great time to sell a house too. So I got to walk with that money. But by the time I was going to move here, remember I went through Africa, Virgin Islands. I ain't had no whole bunch of money when I moved to moved right here to Grenada. I said, I'll make sure I got enough to pay my rent for like 4 months. And that'll give me enough time to decide what I'm going to do. I didn't have no whole bunch. So you can come with money or with not a bunch of money. But if your mind is made up, if your heart is in the right place. What a beautiful name. Thank you, Tandalia. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Okay. Thank you, guys. Yes, I do 30-minute consultations, Key, if you're interested, and I do 1 hour, and very affordable because this is a new application to my CVs, my resume. Here they call them CVs. I come from resumes. I'm from America, but you start using the lingo that the country you're in uses. So Grenada has been the longest for me. I'm actually a dual citizen, and I love it. When you get married, that's the easiest way. And I got a video on that, dual citizenship. But I love exercising, but you don't want to come and just marry anybody. I really loved my husband. It's just that he was poor in so many areas. And I'm the type of wife, I'm the type of woman, period. If I can't have a sexual conversation with my husband, then who can I have one with? I'm not the type of woman that's just going to lay there and pretend like you're doing things right if you're not. That thing is too important. I told you I'm 60. I'm a big woman. And I don't mean big in size. Well, I am big in size. But I mean big woman, mature, well-traveled, educated, double mastered. And I did that right here sitting under the palm trees during COVID. I said I might as well. I never thought I'd go back to school. I went back, got 2 master's degrees online sitting under the palm tree. I'm just saying none of that matters, but I'm too big in life. When I say big woman, no, I have plenty of experiences, and I'm not going to just sit there. So if I can't talk to you about these things, then we got a major problem. And most of the men, it's the culture. It's the culture. You're disrespectful. Nobody's ever talked to me that way. What? I'm your wife. So it really wasn't going to work. It just wasn't going to work. And that's okay. But the man really has one up on the woman when it comes to marriage, especially if you want to do it for love. Even though so many other things go with marriage, you got to be equally yoked with somebody. Man, you got to know I'm an entrepreneur. So I'm into creating my own streams of income. And that's a whole nother thing you want to make sure that aligns with your partner. Because if you're the type of person that can go to another country, create a stream of income and survive for 8 years, you can pretty much do anything. And they might be a person who's only worked for somebody their entire life. I worked in America. I come from substance abuse, mental health therapist, substance abuse, all that. Listen, hey, stepping out on faith, Tandalia, is putting it mildly. When I hold workshops, because I teach some of the skills, like the art of making earrings, some of the things I sell, I teach it, like skills that lead to entrepreneurship. But I always say, you have to step out on faith. You have to take a risk. Because, baby, I didn't even know. You talking about stepping out on faith. That sound like, that don't even sound, that's putting it mildly. Because I thought, I came here from South Africa, so I thought I was going to be a teacher like I was in South Africa. And they interviewed me. But I understood it's 133, items are small. It's 133, 38 square miles. So he said, a lot of teachers are retiring this year, but we got a line of teachers who've been waiting in line, and I have to give them a chance. And, sir, I understand. I understand. But when I walked out of that office, I said, oh, my God, I'm in another man's country. What the heck I'm going to do? I'm so used to getting the jobs I want. But when you come to small places like this, I would not suggest, Key, this is your first consultation for free. Do not come here thinking to get a job. I want you to get in the mindset of creating one. Creating one so you can sustain yourself. And I want you to think of it this way. I'm sorry, it's a big truck on by. If you've been working for somebody, you 30. If you've been working for somebody for at least how many years? I'm sure you've had a couple jobs in your life. That means you got a set of skills that somebody would pay you to do. Think of how you can wrap that thing. They're called God-given talents. When I hold workshops over here, boy, I'm telling you, I done discovered so much about myself. Even through that mudslide. I discovered my knee can jump. I've been telling myself the surgery was 2019, but I'm still protective of the knee. They had a consultation with me when they was going to put that sucker in there and set me down and showed me this thing they was going to put inside my knee. It could bend. Part of it was a hard plastic. Part of it was a pure steel. They was letting me know to be mindful. This is not your knee. From time to time, you'll get a little ache and pain. And to be, hey, it's not yours. It's going to let you walk again, but it ain't yours. Man, listen. When I close my eyes, we talking about stepping out on faith. Because that's how you got to do it sometimes. Close my eyes, and I mean jumped over to the other side, and it was cushion water that could have took me if I didn't get on that other side. Stepping out on faith, trust in the universe. That's why when things happen like that, every day after that mudslide, the mudslide's been what, about 48 hours now? It's been sunny and beautiful. Look, y'all see how beautiful it is out here? Look, hey, how you doing? No, look, y'all. Wait a minute, that truck is backing up. Oh, everybody go past here too, their horn. I don't know if they know me. I guess I've been in this particular house for a year. This beautiful little tiny house. But listen, people, all I'm saying, the universe has given me what I asked for. I've always wanted to live wrapped around greens. I always wanted to live somewhere where the water is so clear and crystal blue, and the little fish be swimming around you, poking you in your leg, and the salt water. Literally, I need that salt water for my knee. If I was in America, I'd be stiff as I don't know what. It's cold, y'all wrapped up in jackets. I ain't got time. I need to be somewhere soaking my knee so I can live this nice, free life. Yes. So I love y'all. I've really enjoyed this conversation. I had no idea we was going to be. So listen, y'all, I got to go. I want to fix me some food. Now, look, my lives, our lives, because it would be no channel if it wasn't for y'all. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Please hit the thumbs up. Key, if you're interested in doing something further, please email me. My email, caribbeannatural@gmail.com, is in my about section. Click on my about section. It opens up right at the top under my name, Natural Strive. And my email is at the bottom. Email me and just say this is Key and let me know whatever you want to do. We can do it. We can use Zoom or any other platform. We got a couple platforms. We got StreamYard and we got Zoom. So that's no problem. And I would love to. I would love for you to jot down questions you have, and I'll have some things that you must consider when you're ready to make an international leap. Yes, but one thing for sure, it's been the best life I've ever known. And people say, well, Natural, would you go back to America? I would have to be forced by the creator. The universe would have to come down and, no. If I ever left Grenada, I would go somewhere else. And anywhere can have a natural disaster. New Orleans had one of the worst ones. Remember when Oprah Winfrey was over there and all kinds of shit? They was in canoes flowing down the street, all kinds. Baby, things happen all over the world. We can't control that. But living in fear is something we can control. Do not, because your whole life will go by you. And those God-given talents that we was just talking about that are in us, the things you're going to need to tap into to create and sustain the thing for you to survive, I call them God-given talents. We were born with them. I'm not the only one who was born with them. They're inside of us. Nobody has to nurture. Well, you might have to have a few good teachers to nurture them. Like somebody probably even never heard that. So now, but it's just that some of us die never tapping into the gift. It's a gift we were born with. You got to go to school for it. You got to get no master's degree. And nothing sitting there. I got a whole earring line. Y'all know I used to walk around saying, I wish I could create my own earrings. People all over the world wear my earrings. Because people come here from all over the world. When I go back to America, I do a market at Rodney Square, downtown Wilmington, and they come rushing. I'm telling you, y'all, I've tapped into some real gifts and information about myself like never before. And it came from that groundation, that mud that I thought was going to kill me. While I was getting grounded, it's good to take off your shoes and deal with the earth. I never did it on that level. And right after I got myself together and I was processing it, I looked at the bottom of my feet. It even looked different. I'm grateful, y'all. I'm alive and I'm grateful. So thank y'all for the ones that hung in here with me. 13 of y'all. We got 6 thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. So the lives are normally Monday, but I had to tap in today because I didn't walk up there to the mudslide scene. They moved all the mud. The road is back open. I said, let me do a live and just give them an update and tell them thank you. Thank you. Key, Tandalia, thank you. It was good hanging out with all y'all today. Love and respect. And if y'all want to reach out any further conversation, please, my email is there. And I respond to my emails daily. Okay? Love and respect. Have a blissful day. I'll see you at the next live. Bye-bye.